Money Moments on 4, sponsored by Gregory Ricks and Associates, the Total Wealth Authority.
Hurricane Ida damaged as many as 200,000 cars in just 4 years. Earlier, Irma and Harvey took out roughly 4 times as many vehicles. So here are some ways to prepare your car before a hurricane hits. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security created a list of ways that they advise car owners have a mechanic check the following before an anticipated natural disaster. So you might want to get a pen handy or take a picture with your phone just to go over a couple of these to go talk with a mechanic. Your antifreeze levels, battery and ignition system, brakes, exhaust system, fuel and air filters. And then you also want to check your heater and defroster, lights and flashing hazard lights, oil, thermostat, windshield wiper equipment, and washer fluid levels. Those were the basics. Of course, you just overall want to make sure that your car is working and in good condition. Also, consider signing up for a gas rewards program to keep costs down. Fuel prices are expected to surge later in the summer thanks to a storm season that the industry expects will be very, very active, right? We've been reminding you of that. I know you're probably tired of hearing it. We just want you to be prepared. The store where you buy your food may also sell gas and have grocery fuel reward program that can kind of help offset some of those costs as well. Now, when we're talking about having some money set aside for emergencies, we know that we've talked about, 3 to 6 months of having that money saved up. This will help so that you don't have to resort to credit cards or loans to pay for unexpected debt, both of which can come with some pretty high interest rates that will drain your bank account overall. So again, we've talked about that goal of 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses, but that's really hard to do, especially right now. We've also talked about that. Well, there was a Lending Tree study that was done. Approximately half of those who responded to that 2023 Lending Tree survey said they wouldn't be able to cover a $1,000 emergency with cash. Meanwhile, 37% of people don't even have $400 in cash for an emergency, according to a report from the U.S. Federal Reserve. Part of the problem is that people just aren't sure what emergencies could happen, and they don't know what they're saving for. So here's a look at some of the top emergency expenses you might encounter. We're going over 2 of the top ones. Last minute flights. If you need to buy a last minute ticket, Spirit Airlines is going to be your best bet. I know it's not the most comfortable or maybe the favorite airline to choose from, but according to analysis by the travel website, upgraded points, you'll need to look at about $170 to book the average one-way ticket on that airline. Southwest ranks second on the list with an average price of $234 for a last-minute one-way ticket. Last-minute hotels, that is the second most high expense for families if they have to deal with an emergency. Fortunately, last-minute hotel bookings can actually be cheaper than normal rates in some situations, also dependent on the time of the year. Still, the national average daily rate for a hotel is nearly $160. That's according to lodging analytics firm STR. So if you need to stay multiple days or maybe you're traveling during a peak time, expect your cost for that last-minute hotel to grow exponentially. That just hopefully can help you save a little bit of money, and at least if you know what you're saving for, you can set that money aside and work from there. That's today's Money Moment.